Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. I am a full-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark, and in today's video we are going to go through some of the stuff that I found out sourcing over the last few days. I'm going to split this sourcing video up into two videos because I've found so much stuff. We're going to do the first half of it today. Next week we'll do the second half. But I found a lot of good stuff. I tried to narrow it down to just stuff with like a 40% sell-through or higher. Those are my metrics, so hopefully that's in your metrics, stuff you're looking for. But let's go ahead and dive into it. First up, I've got this Cabela's. This is a Premier Northern Down 2XL men's puffer vest. Not a ton of money. These go for like 30 to 40 bucks. Sell-through's really good with this size. Definitely worth picking up. That I got for $3.99, which seems crazy. This one also was a great price. So these are Browning. Browning might not be the best brand ever, but these are Gore-Tex hunting overalls. They're in good condition. I paid $7.99 for these. These have a really good sell-through. They go for like $60 to $80. So definitely worth snagging if you see, I mean, probably just like any kind of Gore-Tex hunting overalls, coveralls, stuff like that. Usually worth looking into at least. Next up, we have this pair of Duluth Trading. These are the Flex Ballroom. They're like a carpenter style jean, heavy duty. They've got a bit of stretch to them. Really good men's workwear. These have a great sell-through. These sell for 25, 30 bucks. Pick up most of the men's Duluth Trading pants out there, and they sell through quick. Next up, we've got Young LA. So I know this brand has kind of fallen off from what I've heard, but the joggers still do great. They sell through pretty quick. They go for around $30. So I definitely grabbed these. These are a size medium, so maybe not the best size ever, but definitely worth picking up. Young LA joggers are still good to grab. I will grab more if I see them out there. These are Levi's 517. So these are the modern boot cut. Modern boot cut still sells well. This is kind of a crazy size. I didn't look up the size on this, so I don't know how great this size is going to do. They are in excellent condition, and they are like a darker wash, which from what I hear is good for sell-through. But that size might throw us off a little bit. So if you see 38 by 36, I don't know if you should grab it, but if you see them in a good size, they're definitely worth picking up. Next up, we've got Mack Weldon. I found two pair of these. These are like new, 30 by 30, so decent size. These are good golf pants, tech pants, athletic. This brand does pretty well. Sell-through is pretty good. I want to say around 40%. Maybe it was a little bit higher. These go for around $30, so definitely great if you see them out there. I paid $5.99 for these. For me, that's reasonable. $6 into 30 is, you know, kind of the bottom end. You know, $25 to $30 is really the bottom end of where I like to be. And I definitely don't like to pay more than $10 if it's at that bottom end. Here's a pair of Miss Me jeans. These are the boot cuts. They are in good condition. I paid $7.99 for these. These ones, I believe the sell-through is good still on eBay. Definitely with the better embroidery on the back pocket is going to do a little bit better, but I really don't pay attention to the sell-through on these Miss Me boot cuts anymore because they just sell within a week or two on Poshmark for me. So I'll keep picking them up as long as they keep selling quick on Poshmark. I don't know how. I still don't know how. So I guess let me know if you guys know how to look up sell-through on Poshmark. I'd love to learn how to do that because I'm sure some of the sell-throughs over there are a little bit different than what eBay has. And I'd love to see some of these stuff, or some of this stuff, how it sells through, because this is the same thing. I don't think the sell-through is fantastic on eBay. It's reasonable, but the BKE Stella and either the Stella boot or the Stella flare, these are the Stella boot cut, sell pretty well, and they sell for 30 to 35 bucks. They sell quick on Poshmark. I mean, it's the same thing, really. It's just a little bit less of a premium. The Miss Me boot cuts go for like 40 to 50 for me usually if they have a good back pocket design. And then those go for 30 to 35. So those are definitely worth picking up. Next up, we've got Uniqlo. And not everything from Uniqlo is going to be good, but this is an ultra light down jacket. It's like a puffer jacket, but lightweight, not super heavy filled. Good quality. I mean, most down jackets, if it's a reasonable brand, are worth looking up. These ones have an excellent sell-through. So sell-through on these is over 100%. They sell for like 40 to 50 bucks. So definitely a good grab. I paid $8 for these, or this. Next up we've got, and this was right by the two pair of Mack Weldon pants. These are like brand new. They might be. I might list them as new without tags. But they're cool, and these ones are the revolvers. These get around $30. Definitely a good pair. Maybe listed new without tags, which they've got to be. I mean, they're just perfect. They don't look worn at all. I might be able to get $40 for these for new without tags, but definitely a great find. Cool stuff is awesome. If I find cool pants, I just pick them up. I'll look it up later because every time it's been good. Here is another pair of modern Levi's, and you'll notice a trend. All of this stuff in today's haul is modern stuff. I kind of split up my haul between modern and vintage stuff. So next week's haul video is going to be all the vintage stuff. So if you're more into that, you'll probably enjoy next week's video better. I did find some good vintage stuff. These are 550s, and these are still decent. The size is what makes this great. So this is a 32 by 30. They had 100% sell through for black 550s modern. So if you're ever searching on eBay and you're trying to kind of narrow it down, because you'll have search results filled with vintage, and then you're just not sure what the sell through is on the modern of. But if you just type what you're looking for and then put a minus VTG and then a minus vintage, you have to do both. When you search, eBay knows to make those the same. So if you type VTG, it's also going to search for vintage. If you're narrowing down search results for whatever reason, when you go to completed and everything, it will still pull up the other one. So if it's fully spelled out. So just a little tip if you're trying to get a little bit more honed in on the sell-through rates. It does make a difference. Sizing makes a difference. That kind of stuff makes a difference. It can be the make or break on if an item's worth it or not. These ones, I can't find the style code, but they are women's cool hiking pants. They are like a boot cut, good size 6. So I'd imagine $25-30 for these. These were $5.99. So definitely a good grab out there. Again, the cool stuff, I just pick it up. Here is a pair of, which are these? These are the Kick Boot. Kick Boot is fantastic. Close to 100% sell-through rate on these. What size are these? It doesn't really matter on the size. They're 14 long. So the long is even better. It's kind of like when you're looking at the boot cut stuff for men's stuff. The boot cut stuff for women's stuff is the same way. If it's got longer inseam, it just sells faster for whatever reason. But these will go for $25-30. Definitely a good grab if you see American Eagle boot cut jeans out there, or Kick Boot is what it's called, sorry. Speaking of boot cut though, these are men's American Eagle Next Level Flex, and they are the original boot cut. These are definitely a good one to grab. The size was a little out there on these ones. No, not too bad, 38 by 32. So these are definitely worth grabbing. They don't go for a ton of money, $25-30. Same like the Kick Boots. You might end up getting offers around 20, but yeah, definitely worth picking up. Next up, we have a basic t-shirt. Well, basic, I believe it's organic cotton. It doesn't say, but it feels like it. This is American Giant. It's a men's medium, so it's a small t-shirt. Sell-through is great on these. They sell for $25. I got it for $3.99. American Giant stuff, definitely worth it. The sell-through is great on everything I've looked up so far, so definitely pick it up if you see American Giant out there. Next up, we've got American Eagle. These are low-rise, wide leg, baggy, flare cut. These go for like $30-40. I'm not sure if this is a Y2K thing. I'm not sure what you even call this style of pant. It's not a corduroy. I don't know. It's like corded or I'm not sure. But either way, I can just list these as low-rise, baggy, wide leg, flare, American Eagle, and they'll sell for $30-40. Definitely a good grab. If you see the wide leg stuff out there, look it up. I haven't come across like an Old Navy wide leg, I don't think, but those are probably even worth it. Like a lot of the wide leg stuff is going really fast right now. This is Columbia. I thought this was going to be a little bit more of like an emotional grab. Like I thought the pattern was really, or the colors were really cool on it. But it turns out men's Omni Heat jackets are selling really well right now. The Omni Heat soft shells are doing great. I don't think it's 100%, but pretty good sell through. Probably somewhere in the 50-60% range, maybe a little bit higher. XXL definitely helps that. But yeah, this is a good jacket. They don't sell for a ton, maybe $30-40, but definitely a good grab. I got this for I think $4.99. Here's one kind of at the bottom end of the sell-through, but still pretty good. I believe these are around 50% sell-through. This is International Report, but it is the 4-way stretch. So I don't think you want to pick up anything else from them. 4-way stretch does well. Size, it's a large, so good size. They don't sell for a ton, $20 to $25, but I think I paid $3.99 or $4.99 for this, so definitely worth grabbing if you can get it at a reasonable price. And sorry, there's no order to this. Typically, I lay these things out, so it's like worst item to best item, but this week we're just all over the place. We've got Judy Blue, and these are wide leg. So it's Judy Blue wide leg cut. These go for $30 to $40. Great sell-through on them. I found 3 pair of these, and they were $7.99 each. But I will take that. The sell-through is fantastic. They sell for a good amount. Definitely just look out for the wide leg stuff. It's so hot right now for the young kids. Next, we've got a fair tee. And this is like a chambray shirt, I believe. Sell-through is really good on these, like 60-70%, and they sell for $30 to $40. Some of them are going $40 to $50, so I'll have to do a little bit more digging and see where I want to price mine at. It's a size large. It's in perfect condition. It's a really nice shirt. But yeah, good brand. Fairty, definitely pick it up if you see it out there. I'm pretty sure, I don't know about all their stuff, but a lot of their stuff sells through well. Next up, we've got Cinch, and this is a big boy cinch shirt. This is a 3X. It's got a cool, like, kind of all over print, I guess you could say. Cool design on it. The 3X stuff sells through really good. $25-$30. Nothing crazy. Paid $4.99 for this. This is a nice shirt. Cinch is a good brand. Their jeans sell pretty well. They don't get a ton. You know, $25-$35 somewhere in there. But definitely a good Western brand to look out for. Next up, we've got 527. So these are more modern Levi's boot cuts. And these ones have a good sell-through rate. This was a great size, 36 by 34, $25-$30. It's nothing crazy, but you know, the nice thing about a lot of these and a lot of the stuff you see in this video is this is common stuff. So the video next week will be a little bit different because obviously it's, you know, it's all vintage stuff, so it's a little bit harder to find. This is stuff I find all the time. This is definitely bread and butter stuff. This is stuff that I would imagine every city out there has. You know, you can find these items, or a lot of these items anyways. Maybe not every single one, but like the American Eagle jeans, the Levi's jeans, you know, all the modern stuff that's not like super high end, it's all over. It's, you know, you just got to kind of know what the cuts are that you're looking for, what the good sizes are, that kind of stuff. Here's another one. Speaking of bread and butter. So here's Flex Ballroom khakis. Khakis do good. They're not as good as some of the other Duluth stuff, but the sell-through is still pretty good. They sell for $25 to $30. Definitely worth grabbing if you see them out there. This is a big size, but I've mentioned this before. The big size does fairly well in Duluth because it's, you know, it's like a workwear brand, heritage workwear brand type of thing. So definitely, you know, Duluth stuff, you grab most of it, especially the men's pants. Here's Charles Tierwhip. I've shown these a lot. These are not, you know, anything too excited, but I still pick them up. So you're looking for the non-iron slim fit or the non-iron extra slim fit. You know, better pattern helps. This has the French cuffs, but I don't think that helps at all. They still sell through with the French cuffs. It didn't really increase the value at all. So, you know, like $20-$25, but definitely worth it if you can get them for like $5 or less. Next up, we've got some more American Eagle. Oh, I doubled up. I didn't mean to. I usually find like 3 to 5 of these kick boots a week, but more kick boots. Sell-through is really good. I sell a lot of them, and again, $25 to $30. So if you see kick boots out there, they're worth grabbing. Here's a fun one that's not exciting at all. Here is an Under Armour. The only reason I grabbed it is because it's a 3XL. The 3XL pullovers sell really well. Sell-through is really good on them. They don't sell for a ton of money. Probably going to get around $20 for it. How much did I pay for this thing? $4.99. Yeah, if the sell-through is good enough, so if it's close to 100%, I'm willing to bend the rules on my metrics a little bit further. I'll dip down to something that's only going to get me like $18 to $20 if I think it's going to sell within 90 days. You know, the goal for me is to, I'm trying to get to, and I'm close. You know, I'm probably a few months away from there because I have so much bad inventory still from the beginning of my journey. But my goal is to get to 3,000 items and get to a 50% sell-through over 90 days. So I'd like to sell 1,500 items every 90 days, which equates to, 500 a month, so 125 a week, which is not that far off. I've had months where I've touched like 70, 80 sales a week, so I just got to keep working towards it. I'll get there, I believe. But that's how you do it. You got to source stuff that sells through within 90 days or has a chance. But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm yapping. Quit yapping. These are Flex Fire Hose. Flex Fire Hose, great. I like the color. It's super cool. I love this rust color on pretty much any piece of clothing, on shirts, on pants, on a hat, on whatever. I don't know. I just think it's such a cool color, especially for fall time. These are super nice pants. I have a pair of these that are like a burgundy. I wear them all the time. They're probably my most comfortable pair of pants. I love them. But these go for 25 to 30 bucks. Nothing crazy. We got a ton of stuff in that range. Obviously, a lot of the vintage stuff is going to be higher range. So next week's video will probably be a little bit more exciting. Not quite as many items, but there's still a good amount. Got a pair of Matt & Bow jeans. These are, I believe, a golf brand. Good size on these. These are 36 by 34. They are in like perfect condition. Sell-through is dipping on these. Not sure why. They're good quality, but they do sell for like $30 to $40, but they might sit a little bit longer. I want to say the sell-through is probably around like 40% on those ones. Here we've got this one you haven't seen in a while. I figured I'd bring it back into a video. I still pick these up. These are Curve Appeal, the high-rise essential skinny. The black ones, they're around 100% sell-through on them, and they don't sell for a ton. These go for around $20, but they sell really quick for me. I sell a lot of them on Poshmark, not as much on eBay, but they just go quick, so I keep picking them up. I mean, if something's selling, regardless of what the metrics look like, some of this stuff I'm just going to keep moving. I mean, the metrics do look good, or the numbers do look good on those still, but it's just an automatic thing for me now. I don't really look it up. I don't really second guess it. I just, as long as they're still selling, I'll keep buying them. And then the last item we have, probably the most exciting item of this bunch, which is crazy to think because this is an Old Navy jacket. It doesn't look vintage or anything. I'm pretty sure it's modern, but it's like a military inspired field jacket, and it's a good size. It's 2X. I might end up keeping this. We'll see. They don't go for a ton. I mean, they go for like 40 to 50 bucks. But I was just surprised. I saw it and I saw Old Navy and I was like, damn, bummer. Because it looked like such a cool jacket, and I was like, I'm gonna look it up anyways. Maybe these things do sell. Sure enough, sell-through is good on them. They sell for a decent amount. So, in the future, I guess if I see any military-inspired like field jacket style jackets, I'll probably just look it up and see what it does, because this is Old Navy and it sells. But yeah, that's it for the haul this week. I'm excited for next week's haul to show you guys all that other cool stuff. I'm excited to show you this. He was biting at my toes, but this is our new puppy, and his name is Cujo, and he is just a little tiny baby. But we're super excited to add another member of the family. And if you guys did make it this far, please like and subscribe. Really helps the channel grow, lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.